All right, students, in this video, we're going to be looking at Fusion 360 at how to create custom textures or features on a curved surface. We're also going to be looking at how to utilize our loft feature as well as repeating our usage again of the fillet. So here we have a couple examples. Here's just a solid with a sketch that's been rotated around in a circular pattern. Here's another one, just a different feature that's been rotated around in a circular pattern. And then at the end of this, I went ahead and just did the shell button to make a vase out of it, and I filled it up the edges. So let's start from scratch. Let's make a new file here. And let's go ahead and start by creating a sketch or a feature. All right, let's go ahead and just create a sketch on this plane. Let's do a circle. Circles are easy for us to work with. And let's make a 3-inch circle. Okay, we're going to finish sketch. We're going to create an offset plane. This one right here from this. So we're going to go up and let's just go with 7 inches. Okay, and it kind of flies up there and that's fine. We'll zoom out. We can see this up here. So here's our bottom. This is going to be our top. We're going to sketch on this offset plane now. And you notice we can see the other one. We're going to try to do it basically right above that. So another circle on center. And the last one was 3 inches. Let's go with 2.25. Okay, just a little bit bigger. Hit enter. Very good. From here, we can finish sketch. We can see I have this plane down here, the circular feature up here, and now I'm going to loft. So I'm going to do create. We go to loft. Loft lets me select 2 features, 1, 2, and it connects them so that all of the edges will eventually connect to somewhere on another feature. All right, so we're going to go ahead and click OK, except maybe let's change this to a new component. So, OK, new component. So basically, we've got a cone. Now, on this cone, we've got to ask ourselves, how are we going to get a feature on here that I can kind of repeat? We're going to do an offset plane again. So I'm going to construct an offset plane, and we're going to do it off of this one. Okay, if we're looking at it from the side, that's right in the middle. And let's just kind of go off to the front of this. From the side, it looks like, yeah, that'll be right on the edge. That's perfect. I also know that my bottom circle is 3 inches. So if I were to go to half of that, or 1.5, or minus 1.5, then I know I would be right on the edge of my object. So I'm going to hit OK. Now we've got a cone with an offset plane. We'll edge ourselves back to the front here. And I'm going to create a sketch on this plane. Remember, that's just right on the face of this thing. And I'm just going to create a feature. Let's do a line that's not too complicated. And we're going to also fill it in. So I'm not going to go all the way to the top, although I could. Let's just go maybe a little bit down here. Yours is going to be, whatever you want it to be. Just don't make it too complicated. We'll make something that kind of looks a little bit lightning bolty or whatever. There. Okay, nice little feature. I'm going to hit finish sketch. Now you can see that plane just kind of hanging off right on the edge there. I'm going to do a special extrude feature, so I can either hit the extrude button or hit the letter E on my keyboard, select that profile. Before I do anything else, we're going to start not from the profile plane, but actually from the object itself. All right, and now when I pull this in just a little bit, it automatically says, yeah, you probably want to cut this out. Whatever distance gives you the full feature that you're looking for, cut all the way in is kind of what we're after. If you had wanted to, we could have also rotated this feature before cutting it out so that it was probably more even. Notice that it's a little bit thinner up here of cutout than it is down here. So we can hit OK on that. It cuts out that feature. Kind of looks like a weird snake or a worm or something. Now that we have that feature, we're going to create a circular pattern. So create, pattern, circular pattern. And we have some options here. Make sure it's not on faces or bodies. We're going to click features. Those are things that you have made on another object. So we're going to select this feature. And our axis is actually going to be this edge right here. So we're going to click on this edge. And notice you can already see some ghosts of where those features are going to end up. Its default is to create 3 to have a circular pattern. We can increase it. Let's make 4, 5, 6, 7. You can basically do this until they start intersecting with each other. All right. So let's go ahead and do 11. You do it whatever you want. You could do 3, you could do 17, I don't care. Hit OK. So it has repeated now that feature all the way around, just like that. Okay. And there's your repeated texture. Like that could be a grip. It could be a whole set of different things that you've created this circular pattern around here. You know, we could throw in some other extrusions or dots, things that cut away or even are embossed on the outside, sticking out. Like let's just go ahead and do that. Let's create a little sphere right down here on the bottom, and we're going to make sure that it's joined. Bring it maybe, oh, we got to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Actually, I'll make it a component. That way I can move it around. Hit OK. That thing's sticking out right there. Edit feature. Make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so now I got this little ball down here. And now I can create another circular pattern of this object, which is a component. Okay, that component around this axis down here. And let's just add in 10 of them, or 11, one for each of the other features that we had. Here we go. So another cool little pattern down on the bottom. You do what you want. You don't have to do what I just did. You don't have to add another feature, but just to experiment both with the engraving and the embossing or debossing. And now let's just go ahead and shell this thing. Here's our shell. Hit the top. Let's type in 0.1 inches. That's usually a good one, assuming that you're on inches. Notice you can see the features on the inside. So it did not actually shell those out. It just shelled the actual body that was there. It has a bottom to it. So you could turn this into kind of a customized vase if you wanted to. If you want to make it look a little extra sleek, again, you can fill at the top 2 edges, maybe again by 0.05 or 0.1 inches, just to give it kind of a smooth top. You could also do that on the bottom if you want. You can even do that before you do your circular pattern of the feature. Right? You could even select any of these faces and fill it or chamfer them just a little bit, just to give them a smooth edge, right? Do whatever you want, right? So go ahead, create your own version of this. Make sure that you are using the loft feature. Make sure that you are using your offset plane option. And make sure that you are using circular patterns to repeat the features that you're making. Go ahead and shell it. Use a little fillet to smooth it up and submit a nice little screenshot of your completed product. That's it.